The NFL has no answer for what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing, so we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video, so make sure to like this video, and if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is the Kansas City Chiefs send a message to the rest of the NFL that until Patrick Mahomes' Kansas City Chiefs are eliminated, they are still the team to beat. Until the Kansas City Chiefs are eliminated, until they are officially out of it and the score reads final in all caps, they remain the team to beat in these playoffs. That was the primary reminder of an entertaining NFL divisional round. Knocking off the defending champs will be no given. Beating Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes and Steve Spagnuolo will take everything. It will take everything from Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in Sunday's AFC Championship game, even though John Harbaugh's club will be the hosts, and it will take everything from San Francisco or Detroit Lions too if the Chiefs advanced to their 4th Super Bowl in 5 years at Las Vegas's Allegiant Stadium on February 11th. The Chiefs are not perfect. Of course not. They kept handing the Bills chances to win Sunday's game in the 4th quarter, and Buffalo just couldn't close it out. There was the Mecole Hardman play call and fumble at the goal line, and the near interception and failed fumble recovery by the Chiefs defense on the Bills' final drive, but there was a frightening calm and steadiness to Mahomes' play and demeanor in this victory, especially on extended plays for 25 and 32 yards gains to Rashee Rice in the first quarter and Marquez Valdes-Scantling in the third. Kansas City's entire team, which was underwhelming most of the regular season, played this game like they'd been here before, because they have the end result didn't feel all that different from last year's 38-35 Chiefs Super Bowl win over the Eagles, when Philadelphia steamrolled to a 24-4 halftime lead, but watched as Kansas City made the game-changing plays when it mattered most. Now in frigid temperatures this January, Mahomes' Chiefs have stomped the NFL's second-ranked offense 26-7 and outscored the league's 6th-ranked offense 27-24, and while the Ravens' defense will be a different kind of test in the AFC title game, the Chiefs' strong running game is a game-changing pairing with Ma's postseason excellence. The pass-happy RA called 18 runs to 25 passes on Sunday. Rutter's product Isa Pacho have AR raged 6.5 yards per carry, and the Chiefs averaged a stunning 7.6 yards per carry, running the ball 20 times for 152 yards. Stopping Jackson and Baltimore's rushing attack obviously is going to be a major problem for Spagnuolo's Chiefs defense, which allowed 182 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, and 2 TDs to the Bills' ground game. Still, Kansas City only allowed 7 Bills points in Sunday's second half, refusing to waver in a hostile environment when Buffalo's offense was rolling early. It's simply impossible to count the Chiefs out until they're out, and right now this is bad news for the rest of the field. Reid and Mahomes are very much alive to win their 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years in a back-to-back run. There wasn't a hint of surprise in Warren Moon's voice, because, well, he has seen this show many times by now. Moon, the only black quarterback enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, figured even casual NFL fans know that Kansas City Chiefs superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes revels in challenges. So in the run-up to Sunday's AFC divisional playoffs, Moon chuckled often as league observers questioned how Mahomes would FA in his first postseason test on the road. With Mahomes in top form, the visiting Chiefs outlasted the Buffalo Bills in a 27-2 24 thriller at Highmark Stadium, sealing the victory after Bills place kicker Tyler Bass missed a 44 yards field goal that would have tied the game with less than 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Kansas City's first playoff road game of the Mahomes era ended in the same manner in which most of its postseason games have concluded, on the team's home field and at neutral sites, with the Chiefs elated and their opponents crestfallen. According to Moon, nothing new to see here, you just have to understand who he is. Moon told Enscape on the phone late Sunday night the surprise wouldn't have been if he played well. The Chiefs played well, and then they were in position too. The surprise would have been if he didn't play well, when you look at everything he has done in his career to this point, and it has already been an incredible career. He loves challenges, and he especially loves challenges that he hasn't faced before. This was a big challenge, and another one he conquered. Mahomes completed 17 passes in 23 attempts. He had 215 passing yards and connected without pro tight end Travis Kelce for 2 touchdown passes for Mahomes. It felt like he was at home all night. The second story is NFL cracks down on Chiefs CB JariusSneed after playoff win against Bills following the Kansas City Chiefs' 27-24 win over the Buffalo Bills in the AFC divisional round. The NFL issued the greatest compliment they could to Chiefs cornerback JariusSneed. A random test. Sneed revealed that he had been summoned for a drug test via a social media post after the game. "I'm tired of getting tested," Sneed wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Tests are typically administered to players that have recently played well against Buffalo. Sneed, along with the other members of Kansas City's secondary, held Buffalo's 3-time Pro Bowl wideout Stefon Diggs to just 3 catches for 21 yards. That marks the second time this season that the Chiefs held Diggs to under 30 yards receiving in a game. It also highlights one of the many times Sneed and Kansas City's defense have shut down an opposing team's #1 pass catcher this season, which is in part why the team is now participating in its 6th straight AFC Championship game. The Chiefs and Bills exchanged blows for 4 quarters, which led to a tight game until the end. Ultimately, a missed field goal by Bills kicker Tyler Bass with 1 minute left in the game is what helped catapult the Chiefs to victory against Buffalo. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes completed 177 of 23 pass attempts for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns and did not commit any turnovers. He also had an additional 19 yards on 6 carries. The Chiefs' leading receiver was tight end Travis Kelce, who caught 5 of 6 targets for 75 yards and reeled in both of Mahomes' touchdown passes. The duo's second touchdown in the game set the NFL record for the most touchdowns by a quarterback and tight end in NFL postseason history, 16, breaking the previous record set by Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. Kansas City's leading rusher versus the Bills was running back Isaiah Pacheco, who carried the ball 15 times for 97 yards, 6.4 yards per carry, and had 1 rushing touchdown. The Chiefs' defense did just enough to help squeak out a win. In Buffalo, the unit didn't force any turnovers and didn't sack quarterback Josh Allen at all, but the defense did force Allen to check the ball down often, which is why he averaged 4.8 yards per completion and forced incompletions on 2 key deep passes late in the 4th quarter. Kansas City now advances to the AFC Championship game and will face the #1 seeded Baltimore Ravens. The winner of that game will play in Super Bowl in Las Vegas. Users on X reacted to Kansas City's victory over Buffalo in the AFC divisional round. They doubted Mahomes and he went in Allen's house and showed him why he's a 2 Super Bowl champion. One user wrote, "What a game. The entire team did their job on the field tonight. Those plays by Tranquil and Marquez Valdez-Scantling were the bomb." Another user wrote, "Love Pacheco. That dude plays every game with all heart." Rice and Kelce with 2 touchdowns plus Chiefs defense was incredible tonight. Totally locked 6-time AFC playoffs with Mahomes leading the team to victory. The Kansas City Chiefs' divisional round victory over the Buffalo Bills was a nail-biter of an ending featuring bug plays from various players. Patrick Mahomes was calm and efficient in his first road postseason victory with the help of his offensive weapons stepping up in clutch moments and erasing the issues that plagued the unit in the regular season. Mahomes had a much-needed spark from veteran wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling on Sunday night after a season of criticism for lack of production. Valdez-Scantling hauled 2 catches for 62 yards, effectively getting past the Buffalo secondary on deep routes for 4 significant chunks of yards. Mahomes shared his appreciation for the performance during his post-game press conference. The third story is Joe Thuney gets positive injury update following MRI. The Kansas City Chiefs went into Monday morning after their win over the Buffalo Bills in the NFL postseason both excited to move on to the next challenge, yet worried about their ability to compete at the highest level due to an injury on Sunday to All-Pro guard Joe Thuney after some test results on Monday. The Chiefs are at least feeling better about his long-term health following further tests on Sunday. Thuney was forced to leave the Chiefs game against the Bills at Highmark Stadium in the divisional round with a chest injury at first. Thune was designated at questionable to return, but the offensive lineman would remain out for the rest of the 27-24 road win that sent Buffalo packing following the game. The Chiefs announced that Thune had a pectoral muscle injury, but they weren't specific about its severity. Instead, they also stated that Thuney would wait and undergo An MRI on Monday to see how extensive. The issue was the news of a pectoral muscle strain is not good news on the surface because that could be very hard for Thune to be ready in just a matter of 6 days to play in the AFC Championship game. That said, it's definitely a far less worrisome concern than if Thune had injured himself more